In my hands, I have the ancestors and the descendants of the finest chilies grown anywhere in the world. They are the product of the remarkable genius of Fabian Garcia, who cross-developed these chilies at the New Mexico State University in Las Cruces.
Anyone driving back roads in the Mesilla Valley can't help but observe the chili harvest. Yet, not many individuals realize that these outstanding chili qualities are due to a unique New Mexican, Fabian Garcia. After graduating from NMSU, he entered agricultural research and developed the New Mexico 6-4 chili. Garcia designed his chilies to be milder, thus opening a delicious market for those unappreciative of fiery foods. Upon his death, the university established the Fabian Garcia Science Center. Using the 6-4 as the basic top-of-the-line chili, researchers tinker with its antecedents. They add or reduce size, color, weight, water, resistance, strength, flavor. The ultimate result is in these university lands where new and exciting chili breeds are developed. They owe their heritage to Fabian Garcia, a man who improved an industry and changed the chili-eating habits of the world.
Fabian Garcia researched chilies, cotton, onions, and pecans. He was a Renaissance man of the agricultural fields, a nutritional expert miles ahead of his time. I'm Leon Metz for Rio Bravo Chronicles. This is a Grumman Avenger, a torpedo plane, an unsung workhorse of World War II. It sank hundreds of enemy ships, and it made modest heroes out of such intrepid pilots as George Bush and Lieutenant Gerald Thomas, a former president of New Mexico State University.
Gerald Thomas, president of NMSU from 1970 to 1984, went off to war for 3½ years during the early 1940s, in the process winning 2 air medals and 3 distinguished flying crosses. Now he has written a book, Torpedo Squadron 4.
It's really one person's view, a pilot's view of World War II. When Pearl Harbor happened, I immediately joined the Navy, and at that time they needed torpedo pilots very bad, and I went through dive bomber training and was surprised when I was assigned to a Torpedo Squadron 4, and I was in combat on my 13th carrier landing. Actually got hit in the engine over Norway, a strike we made on Bodo, Norway, north of the Arctic Circle. And I would have bailed out after the hit when my plane was hit, but my belly gunner popped the chute and the plane couldn't get out. So fortunately, that plane flew 100 miles and I got back to the carrier, crash landed on the carrier. So after that 13th carrier landing, I was more or less considered a veteran. And then from there, we went to the Pacific, and I was on the Bunker Hill and the Essex in the Pacific Theater. Splashed down in the South China Sea.
The memories of Torpedo Squadron 4, however, will remain forever in this recent book by Gerald Thomas. I'm Leon Metz for Rio Bravo Chronicles.
In the musical Fiddler on the Roof, there's a song that goes something like this. If I were a rich man, well, I'm not a rich man, but I feel like a rich man whenever I drive these Rio Grande back roads.
We miss a bet when we concentrate on the mountains alone for fall views of the changing colors. The Rio Grande Valley has some sights of its own. The autumn leaves seem to be chattering to themselves, making bets on who will be the first to fall, or who will blow the farthest in a strong but warm afternoon wind. While the leaves occasionally stand stark against what appears to be a black sun, the days and the atmosphere are mostly golden. The windmills turn. The horses have spirit and animation. Even the ants are busy. The mountains are on their good behavior, and the river sparkles like a new bride. Chili fields add spice to the season as the salt cedars don their best suit of clothes.
If I were a rich man, doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. I'm Leon Metz for Rio Bravo Chronicles. Pecans require a lot of patience. First, you wait all year for them to grow. Then Jack Frost makes a visit, and suddenly, overnight, it's harvest time.
A hard freeze pops open the husk, exposing a pecan that's had nothing but tender loving care for the past year. 140 acres of trees, planted in straight lines like wooden soldiers, grace the Provencio farm along the Rio Grande near Anthony. The ranch is guarded by let's call him ferocious, a dog named Roscoe. Next comes the shaker, its giant claws seizing and shaking the tree trunks so violently that the earth trembles from 30 feet away. Nuts and branches pour from the sky. Afterwards, from the calm perspective of ground level, the pecans look like brown watermelons. After the larger branches are removed and the husks and nuts are swept into rows, a monsoon of dust approaches. Men in surgical masks, riding a fearsome machine, suction up everything that isn't buried in the ground. A cleaning plan is the next step. The pecans are sorted and washed. Finally, the nuts are placed in containers or piled into mountains before being shipped to market.
Nuts are an important crop along the river. And if I can paraphrase an individual like Will Rogers, I never met a pecan I didn't like. From the Provencio Farms, I'm Leon Metz for Rio Bravo Chronicles.